News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart.
The next hour brings entertainment and information for those of you who are young at heart. Here are your hosts, Lynn Peterson and Al Jones.
If you're young at heart.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Young at Heart. That is a program that you are supposed to be young at heart. And next to me is Miss Linda Cass.
Good morning, Mr. Alvin Jones. And along came Jones.
Yes, I like
That's
that.
The guy.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. And you're looking so spiffy these days, Alvin.
Well, actually, it's because that the producer, Miss Pat Wall, demands that. And what can I do if Pat demands that?
You say yes, ma'am.
That's what I do. Hey, listen, because we only have so much time here. Last week I was at the Southwest Medical in their corporate office, and they asked me, it was Veterans Day, so they asked me would I come and make a speech for veterans. And of course, let's see.
Look at you.
This is my young, when I was 17 years old.
He's more handsome than Tiger Woods. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Sucker for a man in uniform.
Yes, they love me. So anyway, what happened was they gave me a cane, because I had a cane. They told me the old cane I didn't need, because I'm a fall risk sometimes. So wasn't it beautiful with the flag and everything on that?
Just beautiful.
I had a good time there. That was just so beautiful. And then they turned around, and this is a book that they put all the pictures that I gave them, from my war,
experiences.
Yeah, and everything. They made the book and gave that to me. It was a PowerPoint, and I had a good time. So maybe later, sometimes, I'll show them the whole pictures.
What about your medal?
And the medal, this is something else, folks. I don't mean to brag about myself and everything. I really don't, but I am. This was at the powwow this past weekend at Petrick Park, and the Indian powwow from the tribe gave me this medal because I was in the Marine Corps, and you had a lot of the Indian code talkers.
Yes.
And they were there doing the talk, doing the dances and everything, and they said, "Hey, you deserve this," and that was so beautiful, and I just was wonderful, and I enjoyed that. Now, you have something you want to talk about just briefly.
Yes, the annual Festival of Trees. Mm-hmm. This is a benefit fundraiser for Nathan Adelson Hospice. They do this every year, and the gala dinner is going to be held at Mountain Falls at 6 p.m. on December the 3rd, and the whole town gets together, and they decorate trees that are then auctioned off, and all the proceeds go to benefit Nathan Adelson Hospice.
Oh, that's
very
good.
great organization in this town.
Ooh, that's great. I'm very happy to know that. And I'm going to go over there and do that at that time.
And now, near and dear to my heart, the High Desert Shorts International Film Festival. We are getting ready to kick off the 2012 season, and we have just chosen the winning poster art. Wow. And I think that we have that poster art here, and I love to show it off. The first place winner is Angelica McNerney. And I don't see the poster yet, so I'll continue to talk.
We're going to drop it in. You won't see it.
Oh.
They'll drop it in.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yes.
There was so much incredible art from Miss Crystal Dabrowski's art classes that we couldn't just pick a first place winner. We have first place, second place, a tie for third, and then we have 34 honorable mentions.
Wow.
So much talent, and I just want to thank them all for sharing their talent with us. And you can see this magnificent art at the film festival, which will be held again on Memorial Day at the Pahrump Nugget. We will put these posters all along their corridor.
I think that the film festival has grown.
Oh, it
in
has.
fact, as far as people showing their great interest, the interest in that, which I found that is just fantastic there.
It absolutely is, Alvin. We've had representation from 13 countries.
Come on.
And 32 states so far.
I didn't know that.
every continent on the globe except for Antarctica.
Oh, a little chilly up there.
Yes, just a little chilly, but it's just growing leaps and bounds. This is the beginning of our 7th year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of it.
And that's going to happen this year, next year.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
At the home of the festival, the Pahrump Nugget.
Pahrump Nugget, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
on the show today,
yeah.
what's on the show today? On the show that we have, well, we're going to have Southwest Medical. I'm trying to read her writing. The colon cancer, we're talking about that today. And we're talking about, we're going to have Southwest Medical, Dr.
No, not Dr. Don.
What is it? You got a doctor in front of him like that.
That's my fault.
Oh, Don. And he told me how to say his name. Said
And
his
it's
name.
healthcare.
And it's healthcare. That's what I'm saying. I'll say his name because I don't want to mess it up. Gene. Say it.
He's
John.
Italian.
Huh?
Curcio.
There you go. Gene Curcio.
Gene Curcio.
Gene Curcio.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There we go.
And then we also going to have talking about insurance. And we're going to talk
Pre-needs,
about
yes.
pre-needs, things like that. And then we're going
Valley
to
Electric.
Valley Electric. We're going to talk about that and
programs that
so
Valley
forth.
Electric has.
Yes. So, folks, we want you to stay tuned. We shall return after these messages. Welcome back to the show, folks. Young at Heart, Al Jones here. And my first guest is John Curcio. I said that right. CEO of United Healthcare. Did I say that right?
Yes,
sure,
you did.
Of course I did.
Yes, you
I had to say it fast so I wouldn't mess up on it. You know what I mean? And I understand that you oversee all of United Healthcare Nevada's operation, including the health plan of Nevada. And it's Nevada's largest HMO and Nevada's oldest and largest Medicare Advantage plan, which, hey, with over 50,000
That's correct.
seniors, Dimension members, and I'm a senior Dimension member, and I'm a senior. So that would
Yes, you are.
stop laughing at me, Pat. I'm a senior. You know how you can tell I'm a senior? The beard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way. You know, welcome. I should say that. Welcome and hello.
Well,
you know.
It's great to see you. It's
Yeah.
good to be here on the show with you, and look forward to chatting for a few moments and spending some time with your viewers. I also want to take a moment and thank you for your recent participation in our Veterans Day event that we had in Las Vegas. It was very well received, very well attended, and you spoke at it.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for doing that, but most importantly, I want to thank you for serving our country.
Hey, thank you. You know, for that. I appreciate that. I enjoyed it, and like I told the folks there, if even at this juncture, I would do it again.
Well,
Because I really learn a lot, and the things I learned in the service, they're still with me.
we're very fortunate. Thank you again, Al.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you some questions about the medical. It's something about the portable medical records, and how can I use it?
Sure. The portable medical record actually was developed at Southwest Medical by one of our medical directors. And if you think for a moment that one of the advantages in technology that we have is our electronic medical record system, which connects all of our facilities together, and all the patient's information is stored there. Excuse me. So in the old days, you would go to a physician's office, you'd have your visit, they would document the event of the day, and they would put it away in a file and store it somewhere. Well, the electronic medical record actually allows us to create from that a portable medical record. And the portable medical record, if you will, is just a small business-sized instrument, which is a CD, and on that we store all the key information that is important for you. It includes information about lab tests, recent office visits, any allergies you might have, or any emergency contact information, recent test results, anything that would be important, and it allows you to take that with you anywhere you travel in the world. So should something happen and you're in an emergency room, you can give that little CD to the admissions office, and they can upload it, and through the internet in a password encrypted environment, they can have access to your information real time.
Ooh, you know, that's good. You know, this is the second time, you know, that I've seen you here in Pahrump, you know, in just a few weeks. What's going on that'll keep you so busy, you know, here in the Pahrump community?
Well, Al, there's lots that keep me busy, but just as a point of clarification, this is the third time I've been in Pahrump since the middle of the year, and it won't be the last time. I will continue to be out here to evaluate the progress we're making. Clearly, our goal, the commitment to the community, is to expand access to services, not just in facilities, but in the types of services that we're bringing to the community. And I think we've made very good progress on that since I was here in May, addressing the town hall audience of about 600 or so seniors that came to ask a lot of questions. And then I was here for our fall fair over at the Pahrump, and I'll continue to be here.
Oh, very good. Well, what sort of services do seniors have available, in Pahrump here now?
Well, first off, if you think back to that May timeframe in which I talked to our senior population, we made commitments about expanding access, expanding availability of services. So in July, we opened our new Southwest Medical Associates facility on Calvada Boulevard. It's a beautiful, state-of-the-art facility, probably second to none in southern Nevada, and clearly, I think, the most technologically advanced clinic in Nye County. Secondly, we expanded our access points into the Walmart facility, and that marks the fifth Walmart in Clark County, and now the fifth one being in Nye County that our members have access to, and they can go there without appointments for services. They can use it like an urgent care, but it's also available for patients that might not be members of ours that don't have insurance, and they do take cash patients. Thirdly, in terms of the commitment to the community, we've expanded to include other physicians that were not contracted with us or at the time wanted to be contracted with us, and we've entered into agreements with them. So we continue to expand services for the community, and likewise, we're also bringing in more services.
More services, yeah. Now, you talk about these services at Walmart. Is that what, clinical services, or just for them to sign up for clinical work? Or
well, the Walmart is a clinic. It is
a clinic altogether. Oh,
yes,
I
sir.
see.
It's staffed with SMA physicians, and they have access to the same electronic medical records that we've spoke of. Again, it's part of the commitment to the community in terms of expanding access points, we like to call them. But we also have made a concerted effort to bring more specialty care into the community. In addition to the primary care services, we've always provided endocrinology and podiatry care. But recently, we've complemented what we were doing with Dr. Savern by bringing in Dr. George Skloperis. He's our chief of cardiology to see patients with cardiac needs. We've also had Dr. Carl Allen visiting the community. Dr. Allen runs our women's care programs, and he's here to come and meet with the female population of Pahrump and their gynecological needs. We have, in December, we'll be having Dr. Neil Bronstein, chief of rheumatology here, and he is going to be providing services for pain management as well as arthritis, and I think for our Hispanic population, they may have already had the opportunity to meet the wonderful Dr. Yolanda Flores. She's been great, and she's down here seeing patients in the Pahrump area. And we're also working hard. We've got a few more specialties that we want to bring to the community. We'll be announcing hopefully very shortly that we're going to bring gastroenterology services here, and shortly thereafter, hopefully, we're in discussions to bring pulmonology services. So we're very busy trying to make good on the commitment that we want to expand services as well as access so that our members here don't need to travel into Las Vegas for services.
Oh, listen, I mean, I think that's good. That's 60 miles, and I know, even though I go there because I have friends there and I have to go for specialty services also. So what's on tap for the coming year? I know you said some things. Any other things on tap for next year?
Well, really more of the same. We want to focus on making the customer, our members' experience with Southwest the best that it can possibly be. I think our goal will be achieved. We're going to continue to look at ways to better serve the population, to bring more services here. You know, we're very proud. We're very proud of our legacy organization, the fact that our Senior Dimensions Plan, which you're a proud member of, has been serving Southern Nevada residents for over 25 years.
Wow.
Our Health Plan of Nevada company has been serving residents both in Clark and Nye County as well for commercial customers. We're going to continue to do that. We have no plans of selling our operation or organization, despite those type of rumors. We're firmly committed to this community and the future health of this community.
Do you find that the population of seniors here are taken to your services?
We do. You know, we're in the middle. Actually, we're coming down to the finish line, if you will, with the annual election period, and the feedback that we've gotten is very favorable. And we think, and I believe, long term, that we will see more seniors selecting our plan because of the broader level of services and the higher quality that's associated with it.
Because I know that here at Pahrump Nugget, you've had your services, people coming here and the seniors, and the last time I was there, I found out that all the seniors have participated, and they were there asking questions and receiving, pamphlets and everything about what what you have to offer. And I said, wow, look at all these seniors coming out here. And of course, Pahrump is loaded with a lot of seniors.
It is
40%, 50%. I'm not sure what the percentage is.
Yeah, like I said, we've been here in Nye County and we've served the Pahrump community for many, many years. We plan on continuing to do that. I would tell you that good things are in store.
Which is great. Of course, now, the last time you was at Pahrump, when they had the services there, and I was there, and I'm telling you, and I know this is off the cuff about the good, little food, and things that were there, the cheeses and all the sauce, and this was healthy. The healthy stuff that they served, snacks, was just great, and I enjoyed that.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know. But see, other than the information that you give with the surface and all that, I had to put this in. Normally,
well, we appreciate that. And health education is a big part too, and I think you'll see more robust programs around that for our population here.
Yeah, which is good.
Community.
Well, I appreciate you coming here and giving me the information, and also the disc there with me that has my information on that.
Well, this is yours. Al.
It's mine.
This is your portable medical record. You can take it anywhere you want in the world, and like I said earlier in the show, it has all your pertinent information on. So
thank you.
Hopefully you don't need to use it, but if you do, it's there.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks a lot for coming here.
Absolutely, and the best part of that, it's available to any Southwest Medical Associate member, and it's free. All they have to do is ask for it.
All right. Thank you very much, and stay tuned, folks. We shall return after these messages.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We're here today with Stephen Pocenti, and he is a family services counselor for Leaf Funeral Home and for Pahrump Family Mortuary. And he is a pre-need counselor and manager of both funeral homes. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Great. I guess the questions would be, why should people prearrange their funerals?
It's something that a lot of people are uncomfortable talking about the end. But I don't know about you, but pretty much all of my friends are going to die at some point. And it's amazing how some people are comfortable with talking about wills and comfortable talking about probate and comfortable talking about those kind of things. But when it comes to pre-planning for their death, unless they've just been through it, which about 80% of the people who do prearrange or do pre-plan their funeral, they've just been through it and they see the light, and they don't want their loved ones to go through that emotional and financial overspending that happens. So it relieves those stresses. They get to actually express their own wishes. There are some misconceptions in this business that either you're cremated or you're due a burial. With my father 16 years ago, we had a full-on service. We had him cremated. We also had him buried. So whether if it's Chief Tacopa or it's Grandview Cemetery, or if it's just a simple cremation, with the economy, there are a lot of people that say in the funeral industry, it's recession-proof, and it's not recession-proof. Because we've gone to actually over 82% of people are doing just simple cremations.
Right.
And that's how the economy has affected the funeral industry in a lot of ways.
No, I was going to say, I could wait and say it, but it's on my brain now. As far as Boulder City with the Veterans Cemetery, is that a...
Very much so. The owner of Heights Funeral Home and Lee and so on is a fellow named Jim Lee, and he's really the biggest reason why I got into this business close to 2 years ago. But he's a veteran. He's a Navy guy, and we take special care of the veterans. And once again, and it was mentioned before, but I can't thank you enough for serving, and all of the people that are out there that have served, and thank you for serving. But where some of the funeral homes will charge to get the people to the Boulder City, the Veteran Cemetery, and if you haven't seen the Boulder Cemetery, the Veteran Cemetery, go out and see it, because they've got a crypt, and they've got, and you can be interred in the ground, obviously, and you get the honor guard, you get the flag, you get the use of their chapel. All of those things are available to all veterans, and we make those as easily available to veterans.
Right. And we just had one of our veterans, that was
Bob Baker.
Bob Baker, who was interned into
Chief
Tacoma Cemetery here, and he was the first one to be, interned, there on that veterans plot. Yes.
And that's a beautiful cemetery in itself, Grandview Cemetery.
Yes.
And if you pre-plan for the future, one of the things it does is it locks it in at today's prices. So I don't know about you, but I wish I could have locked in at gas prices 10 years ago. Picture this. Let's say 50 years from now, or Pat, 100 years from now, when
That's
we
right.
But if you could lock in at today's prices, and then it's just handled, and you don't have to handle it all up front. You can do single payment, you could do 3-year, 5-year, 7-year payments, 10-year payments if you want. Just pay it over time, but you lock in at today's prices, so it's all handled, and your loved ones don't have to handle all of those things in the future.
Well, I speak from experience.
Yes.
My mom and dad were natives of Kansas. And I lost mom in 2002, and I lost dad in 2009. And with each of them, I think probably 25 years ago, they did their pre-needs. So I knew the clothing that mama wanted, the color of her lipstick and her nail polish, the songs that she wanted, the people that came and spoke. It was so comforting. And then having been through that, knowing that I could relax with Dad's situation, we had fun with it before he passed. And
that's the ability you have to make it
amazing.
A time of celebration.
Yes.
And everyone's gone through, if you've gone through the organization of a funeral, it's not an exciting time. It's not a relaxing time. And what we do is we sit down, we do a personal arrangement guide, gather all of the information, express their wishes, and then go through, and it's all in one place for a lot of people the first and last time. So
and
it's all there.
I think we have some graphics of some of the paperwork.
We have the personal arrangement guide that's available. That I approach this more of a position of education than as a salesman. Do a lot of people buy my services? Yes, because I approach it, and I'm not going to upsell you on an $85 pillow for behind your head after you're dead. I'm going to sit and ask you both some questions, find out what's important to you, and then that's what we bring to the table.
And then there is a contract that you sign.
There is a contract, and what we do is we put it in a funeral-specific insurance policy. And that insurance policy isn't held at the funeral home. It's held with a company that we use called Homesteaders, and it's off to one side. And it doesn't matter where you go. If you don't stay in Pahrump, if you went back to Kansas, your policy follows you there.
Precisely.
So it's wonderful. It sounds like I'm going to be sitting down with you and doing a pre-need with that look on your face. I don't want you to go. I just want you to be planned.
Well, here's what I'm going to ask this question. I have an insurance policy. It's a $10,000. It's just it's a life thing.
Right.
So I'll probably need to sit down to you and say, well, how do I use this in regards to Let, because I know what I want. I've already told him. Looks, he'll say this. Don't laugh, but laugh. I told him. I says, I want to have a funeral. I says, and put me in my Marine uniform. I know it doesn't fit, but just cut off the back and put me in there. They will. Stick me in there. I said, and after that's over, stick me in the furnace. That's what I'll tell them.
Well, simply put, that's what we do, but we refer to it a little bit differently.
I know, but
it would be the crematory. It's a really hot furnace.
I couldn't resist that.
But and then it's amazing. A lot of people will say this is going to sound crazy, but there's nothing crazy when it comes to your plans. They're your plans. That's right. I want my way, and maybe Ave Maria sung at at the funeral. Whatever your plans might be, that's what we make happen. But that comes from listening and so on. But it's like if I were taking notes, I would put those things on there and just make sure they happen. But to address your insurance issue, we do insurance assignments. But the dilemma with funeral, final expense insurance, it doesn't lock in at today's prices.
I gotcha.
So now all of a sudden, let's say the funeral you want costs $10,000 today. 10, 15, 20 years from now, that's going to be a $25,000, $30,000 funeral. And it wasn't covered. When you pre-plan, you get to pre-plan for today and live for the future.
That makes sense. You want to talk about the toiletries for troops?
You know what? I had mentioned my appreciation for keeping us free and so on. And all the troops out there, we've started something called toiletries for troops. And there, I've compiled a list of the toiletries that are most commonly requested by our troops that are over there, whether it's the toothpaste and the non-scented soaps and all of those things. And you could contact either Lee or Pahrump Family Mortuary or Heights Funeral Home in Las Vegas and find out, and I'll send you the list. But if you just want to grab some things, some toiletries, non-scented once again, and commercial, not the hotel soaps and so on, and just drop them off at either. We're collecting and we're putting together bundles, and we're sending them over to the troops for the holiday season. So it's called Toiletries for the Troops.
That's wonderful. And I have to give a quick shout out to Heights. They were in charge of my mom and my dad. Those are wonderful, compassionate people. They took care of every single thing from this end. They shipped mom and then dad back to Kansas, and thank you to them. They were wonderful.
And I get goosebumps when I think about it, because I had mentioned Jim Lee, who owns obviously Lee Funeral Home with his son Eric, and Jim Lee with Heights Funeral Home, and we pride ourselves on letting our family take care of your family. And that's really...
It's precisely what you did. Oh, gosh. Stephen, thank you so much. This is a need that as we grow older, my dad says, we all come with an expiration date. So thank you for coming.
You're welcome. And thank you. And if anyone wants to get a hold of us, get a hold of me at Lee Funeral Home, Heights Funeral Home, or Pahrump Family Mortuary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Stay tuned. We shall return after these messages. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, folks. My next beautiful, wonderful guest is the lovely, the one and only Linda Cass, who is with Valley Electric. Now, Linda, I understand that there are programs over there that a lot of us, which includes me, don't know about. Now, you may share that with us.
Well, thank you so much, Alvin. We're really excited at Valley Electric Association because we do have so many valuable programs, and you as members, and you all are members, own these programs. And the most recent is really spectacular. It's called prepaid metering. It's scheduled to start in December. And with it, there are no late fees, no disconnect charges, no reconnect fees, no deposits, and you can pay as little or as much as you can afford on your electric bill. And how it works is you call up and apply for this program, prepaid metering. You can call into the main office, and when you experience financial difficulties or as you're waiting on a paycheck, you can pay what you can afford. You put money on account, and it runs while you're using your power, and you can we will have an in-house monitor to keep track of how much you have left, and you can keep track because it's right there, and you can pay before you need more usage.
Wow.
It's a spectacular program. It really is spectacular. When it runs out, the power will go off, but you know how much you're using and how much you need. You can add more with a credit card. You can use a bank transfer online, and the power will be restored if if your problems run so that it does run out. But you know exactly how much you have, and you can run around and turn off light switches. You can put off using your dishwasher, you're washing your clothes, because you can tell how much you have and how much you're using.
Well, now, with a program like this, I guess the thing I would want to ask is that, just like what you said, you could turn off certain things you're not using that will help you. So if you go away, like go away on a trip, and you're going to be away for a while, turn off some of those unnecessary things. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. You can pretty much control it. Now, we have a lot of people, because of the financial times, they're asking about their deposits that they have with Valley Electric. Well, that's your money, and Valley Electric is your company. And so you can let that deposit that's sitting on our books work for you. It can be utilized for your benefit in many different ways, and so you can call in to choose. When you make your application for the prepaid metering, you can choose how to use that deposit. It doesn't have to sit on our books anymore. You can use your deposit. So the office number is 727-5312. Once again, 727-5312. This is a brand new program, but all you have to do is call in, ask about it, and come in and fill out an application. This is your deposit, your electricity, use it how you want, and good for your economic situation. How many times, Alvin, have you been in a position for any bill, not just electric, but any bill, where paycheck is on Friday, but the due date on your bill is like on Wednesday?
Yes.
You know, that puts undue strain on a person.
That's true.
And that's what this prepaid metering program is designed to alleviate, the strain on you, the member.
Well, that's true, because that's happened to me.
Me
That
too.
I said,
Me too.
telephone bill is due on the 28th. Hey, I don't get paid till the 1st. Well, why'd you spend that much money doing that? Because I had to. I needed to eat. I had food. I had to eat. So I didn't have the money. So what am I supposed to do, company? Please, help me, help me, help me.
Well, you know, we've had a lot of people express that to us at Valley Electric, and so we've done something about it.
Which is good. That's very good.
We do listen. And now some other, yes, sir?
Yeah, I didn't mean to get that excited like that. I mean, I hope you forgive me there.
There's nothing to forgive,
I know,
Alvin.
but I'm okay now.
Okay, all right. I knew you would be. I knew you would be. We have a lot of other exciting things going on.
Yes.
Now, for the holiday season, VEA has, your power company, has the Co-op Connections card. Everybody who's a member has one. You got it in the mail. If you don't have it, or if you lost it, all you have to do is either call or come in. We'll give you another one. It's free. Now, this is a local and a national program, and our local merchants are coming up with all kinds of inventive ideas for holiday gifts. So to find out who our local merchants are, you can go to the website, vea.coop, and you can find out all of the participating merchants here locally. You can also, at that website, link to the national merchants.
Wow.
We've got Hertz Rent-A-Car. We have huge chain hotels. We have airlines. We have incredible restaurants that are participants. They have incredible discounts, and all you have to do is just show your Co-op Connections card, nationally or locally. You can have all kinds of gift ideas, and especially now at the holiday time.
Right.
And it's really cool. It's very
good.
cool.
That's good. Sounds good.
And another holiday program is our HUG program. And this is HUG, Holiday Utility Gift. And any member can pay, in fact, anyone can come into VEA and they can put money down on a member's account. And usually we do it at the holidays, but it can be done any time of the year. And so we've got a number of options, but the bottom line is give a member a holiday utility gift, and you can pay money to credit to their bill. And then you can either take one of our gift cards and present it yourself, or you can request that we mail it out to the member, and it tells them who gave them money. You know, we have a lot of people who come in during the holiday season and they say, I want to anonymously donate to a member who needs it.
Wow.
And so we just issue, and on the portion of the certificate that says who gave this to you, it says anonymous donor, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
That's good.
Yeah, we have a lot of wonderful people
that's
in
good.
this town who are members of Valley Electric.
Right.
It's
that's
a good thing.
Yeah.
And then another program that's near and dear to all of our hearts is our solar water heating program. And it is just the best. There is a free site visit. Costs you zero, zip, nothing, nada. Okay? There is a zero down payment, and there's also zero interest for the loan. That can go, you pick the number of years that you want to pay this back. How it works is, after Tom Laskowski, who's our general contractor, comes to do a free site visit for you, because every installation is individual. No one's home is the same. So we give it to you. It's your site visit. We put together your family numbers, the configuration of your home. Then, when we're ready, we have you sign a contract, and you can have the installation, and that is, it is the best in the world. Canyon Plumbing is our subcontractor for installations. I have had not one complaint. People tell me that their area is cleaner when Canyon Plumbing leaves after the installation than it was when they arrived.
Wow.
People are really jazzed about this program. And so the payment amount is tacked on monthly to your power bill, and guaranteed, folks, very, very unusual when the amount of savings through this solar water heater system doesn't exceed the amount of the payment and then give you just a little bit more.
Wow.
It is a winning solution.
Situation.
Right. The sun is paying for your power, and you pay no interest, and it goes whatever term that you want. Just as an example, I have one installed for my kids. There are 5 of them, 2 parents and 3 kids. And the payment is $34 a month.
Wow.
The savings exceeds the payment amount.
Oh, that's great.
Gives them a few extra bucks.
Oh, that's
It pays for itself. It's a wonderful program, and really, you folks should take advantage of your power company's programs to help pay your bills.
Give them the telephone number right quick there, Linda, while you're running out of time.
The main number is 727-5312. Call in.
All right. Thanks, Linda, for
You
that
bet.
information. I appreciate that. Stay tuned, folks. We shall return after these messages. Don't go away.
Gotcha. Welcome back. Welcome back. And next up, funny guy, Dr. George Leaks, Senior Eye Care.
That's right.
He takes care of your eyes better than the best.
Right.
So we have a presentation from him, all kinds of things. So here we go.
We're here with Dr. Leaks, and Dr. Leaks, you have a practice right here in Perome. And, eye care is a really important topic, and there are some things we wanted to cover for some of the seniors watching at home today. Specifically senior eye care. What do people need to do, when they're in that great time of life where they're seniors? What do they need to look for? What do they need to do with you?
Well, I think the most important thing is to remember to get regular eye exams, and once you become a senior, or I say before what's traditionally thought of as being a senior citizen, I think in the 50s, by 55, a person should start to think of getting exams every year, because we do see eye diseases and certain things more as you grow older than you do when you're much younger. But that's the main thing. And then once we get an exam room, we'll talk about specifics. But but start to think of getting exams yearly once you're about 50, 55.
50 or 55.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people, are kind of hesitant to go to doctors. They have fear of dentists, fear of going to a general practice doctor. There are no things that you're going to do in there when you're checking them up that they should have to have any fear or concern about. They can be, at ease when they come in.
Definitely not. I believe that getting your eyes examined is one of the easiest of all. And if there are some procedures that I start to perform, I'll let you know in advance what I'm going to do and what you can expect when we do it. But we are a lot easier than some of the others, especially dentistry.
I know a lot of people have fears of that.
Yes.
But with the senior eye care, because quality of life is important. You've worked hard and long. Now it's time to enjoy and be able to, go out and do the things you want to do when you retire. I'm looking forward to that someday.
Yes, yes.
How can you improve the quality of life for seniors by, you've got them coming in, you're checking for things. Tell me a little bit about that and what you do for them.
Yes, well, as we say, as with any disease process, the sooner you know about it, the better off you are. So a lot of people are afraid to come in because they're afraid of the news I may be giving them. But that's good. The news I give you is always good because if there is a problem, we catch it early. And if there isn't one, that's even better news. But the best thing to do is get the regular eye exams. Really, the eyes are designed to last a lifetime. You're supposed to see as long as you're living. And I can only think of a couple of things that will change as time passes. At about 40 to 45, everybody goes through what we call presbyopia.
Okay.
And that's a loss of your ability to see up close due to the time. It happens universal worldwide. Everybody gets it right around 40 to 45. Of course, if a person is nearsighted, they can always pull the glasses off and see clearly up close. But we're talking about your vision with your distance correction in place. So if a nearsighted person has the glasses on and they're not able to read, it's almost always because of presbyopia. And that is about the only thing. Cataracts will develop later on. We expect to see them in the 60s and 70s and beyond. But they can be affected a lot by nutrition. They can be affected by environment and also a little bit to some extent by your genetics. But everybody doesn't get them. Everybody gets presbyopia, but everybody doesn't get cataracts. The rest of the diseases, we just don't expect to see. Glaucoma, macular degeneration, all of those types of things are diseases that we don't expect to see, and we can probably prevent them or at least make them less of a problem to you if you get your eyes examined on a regular basis.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, I know that my grandparents especially, I have one grandma that has glaucoma, and she struggles with that. But my grandfather and a lot of people from the generation of my grandparents, they don't like to go to the doctors. It's just, you toughen up. You don't have to go. Your arm gets cut. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
You can't see, just don't worry about it. But it's good to know that you can take care of a lot of these problems preemptively if you get in there. So what are the things, if you had a little checklist of, before you come to see me and something you do on a regular basis, you said, do these 3 or 4 things, vitamins, what have you, what would you suggest that they do on a regular basis?
The first thing that I tell people, and I see it a lot, is be sure and use safety glasses. Even around the house when, if you're doing some house cleaning using Clorox or Ajax or any of those types of things, all of those are very, very caustic to the eye. So you need to make sure you have your protective lenses in place. Power tools, anything, even if you're cutting your grass, power mower or whatever, you should have protective lenses in place, because I see a lot more injuries from things like that than I should.
And people don't think they get out there and they do it. And how about sunglasses? I imagine polarized glasses are important, especially in this kind of environment.
And especially here in southern Nevada, the sun is very bright. You get a lot of reflections off the buildings and the streets. So polarized lenses, sunglasses are very important. That is the environmental part of cataracts. See, we can affect that a little bit by using glasses or sunglasses. Polarized are especially good.
I know myself, my skin tone, my coloration, the sun always really bothers me. As back as to a little kid, you can see pictures of me squinting if I don't have sunglasses on.
Yes.
So I wear those polarized lenses, and I know a lot of folks, if they can get away with it, just want the cheapo sunglasses that really don't offer up that protection.
Yeah.
So if they want some help on getting those sunglasses, maybe getting their prescriptions, fit into a pair of sunglasses, that's something you can do?
Definitely, yes. We have them, and during the exam, we will do an assessment of what you need and what you don't need. There are a lot of things that can be put on lenses that everybody doesn't need, and so during that assessment, we can tell. But you're right; it's really important to have sun wear. Protect the eyes from that.
Right, and I know that, some people might think it's easy. Well, maybe I'll just use one of these websites. I'll get a pair of sunglasses, and they say I can send it in, and they'll fit them. But these prescriptions sometimes have different, based on the prescriptions, one might be different than the other. So you can't use a lens you can't use a frame that might have an arc to it. There are things that you'd know that just the general person wouldn't know to do.
That's right.
What about
exactly
stuff like
right.
that?
Yes, definitely. Although in nature we like symmetry. If you look at one hand, the other, they look pretty much similar. But when we do the exact measurements like we do in the exam rooms, we almost always find that there is a difference between the two eyes. And that is very important, because if one eye is corrected more than the other, then that cause strain. So you definitely shouldn't just order them off the internet or just get them at the mall, whatever. At least you should have an exam first, and many times we can give you a prescription that you can use. But also sometimes if you're looking, especially if you're hoping to get a deal, I guess I should say, or get something less expensive,
right,
then that they may be harmful for your eyes, because a lot of times those inexpensive ones will not have the proper prescription in them. They may have unwanted correction in them, or they may not protect completely from the ultraviolet radiation, which is what we're trying to do when we prescribe sun wear.
I know, because a lot of folks, myself included, like to save money, but sometimes you end up costing your health and your wallet more if you go ahead and you do that in the long run. Right. Where can folks contact you, where you're located? How can they get in touch with you?
Our office number is 775-727-8300, and we're located on Calvada Boulevard, right at what we Pahrumpians know as the Duck Pond, right across from the Duck Pond.
Right across from the Duck Pond. And if
Yes.
they want to make an appointment with you, some people are planning out their schedule in advance, how far in advance should they call to make an appointment with you?
We usually have appointments available the same week, 3 to 5 days maximum most of the time, and we work hard to keep it that way.
And what are your hours of operation?
Our hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes.
Well, it sounds easy enough. It's not scary at all. You can go out there and make sure you're doing everything right. Dr. Leeks, I would like to thank you for joining us today and sharing this information about eye care. And you've inspired me to go get another check,
thank you.
so I can see that TV a little bit closer.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again. And
Wonderful ideas. See,
It
I
is.
told you.
That's true.
Yes,
It is wonderful,
Dr. George Leeks
Very
is the
good.
best.
That's right. He takes care of my eyes.
Okay, well, stay tuned. We're going to go to commercial, and we'll be right back. Have you eaten at Denny's yet?
Of course, I've eaten at Denny's.
Me
I
too.
went over there not too long ago, and I had such delicious breakfast that it was fantastic.
It was, and the service was excellent.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Good
Definitely.
service, and I didn't even have to stand and wait.
No, the smile on the
Oh.
service faces and all that kind of thing was very good.
It was
Seriously.
good.
Yeah.
So, what we have going on from our sponsors at Denny's is a holiday giveaway.
Yes.
So, what we need for our viewers to do is to email in
That's right.
to KPVM
Right.
to lulu@kpvm.tv and give us your name and your telephone number, and we will have a drawing for coupon books and I think we have 4 coupon books available for our viewers, and this book is full of all kinds of stuff. 15% off of your entire meal, 20% off of your entire meal. Wow. Free burger with the purchase of a regular burger. Oh my goodness. Free tropical drink.
Yum, 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 yum.
Good stuff. And a free kids meal. And the purpose is for Denny's to get you in for the holidays and feed your family. So there you go. Once again, Lulu at KPVM.TV. Your name and your phone number so that we can get in touch with you.
L-U-L-U.
And that is spelled L-U-L-U at KPVM.TV. There we go. Don't forget name and phone number. We want you to get it if you're the winner.
That's true. Yes, let's see. Now, this is mine.
No.
Hey.
Got to keep this guy on the straight and narrow.
I tried, but I see it didn't work there.
Well, we keep trying. You know, once again, this is a wonderful event. The Festival of the Trees.
Right.
And that gala dinner will be held at Mountain Falls, 6 p.m. on December the 3rd. And the benefit is for Nathan Adelson Hospice. I cannot even say enough good things about the hospice program.
Right.
They are
That's very
wonderful
good.
people. They do such a service here in Pahrump.
They do.
Fantastic.
Which is great. That's good.
So what's on the calendar,
Well,
Elvin?
I think next week we're going to have the cowboy cookie. There's a possibility you're going to have him. And the gastroenterology, did I say that right? Colon cancer. We're going to talk about that.
Colon cancer.
Colon cancer, yeah, colon cancer. And we're going to try to have Flo,
Our historian, Flo Provenza.
historian, back here again.
Flo Provenza.
She has so much interesting history about Nevada. Wow, in this area, which is great. So this is what's going to go on next week. And folks, we want you to definitely pay attention to all the things that we've said to you. The Festival of Trees, all about Denny's there, the thing like that there, and all the other things about the Lee and your
Pre-planning. I
things
speak
like
from
that.
experience. It's the thing to do. Be good to your kids.
I've got mine.
You got yours?
Absolutely.
You're
and
ready.
don't forget the Valley Electric programs, the
That's
water
right.
heating, the co-op connections for gifts, and
Yes.
our hub program, holiday utility gift.
I like that.
Boy, this town's got it going on.
We do. We have so much going on, and I think we're going to have more people coming here. We're going to get things going. That's going to be even beneficial to most of us here. In fact, all of us here. What am I talking about? Most of us. All of us. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Watch the turkey. Gobble, 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 gobble.
There we go. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, folks. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Bye.
Next week for another entertaining and informative hour of Young at Heart. Have a good day.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if